Hey guys, it's me Lilly, and today I want to show you how you can make a tactical bug out bag out of your simple camping backpack. So most of you guys know already what types of gear you need for camping. For example, a sleeping bag, a tent, and maybe some cutlery and some pots and pans, some food and water and such. But in today's video, we are going to discuss what tactical items you have to add to your pack in order to get a tactical bug out bag. So before we dive into the gear that I have here, I first also want to discuss bug out bags in general. So it might happen that you have to leave your home. Let's hope that's not the case, because it's going to put you in a very vulnerable situation. But there are cases when you have to leave your home. It can be a wildfire, it can be a hurricane, it can be many other things. So you might have to leave your home, and this is why you should pack a bug out bag or go bag. So I really do hope that you have a plan. Just bugging out into the wilderness is not really a plan. So I hope that you have a place to go. So for the presentation of this video, I have printed out a map of a location in America. This is a bigger town, and let's say you are living in the town and you have a bug out location, maybe a friend or family member who is living at the countryside far away from this town, right? So you really want to have a plan where you are going in the case that you have to leave your home. Do you have relatives in the countryside? Do you have friends in the countryside? If not, you better make friends in the countryside, okay? So let's say person X lives in the city, but they have a cabin in the woods right here. So now I've printed out this map from Google Maps, and it says that it takes 3 hours, 42 minutes to reach the bug out location. And that's really awesome, right? So why do I need this gear here if I'm at my location in only under 4 hours? Well, the thing is, your car can break down, it can get stolen, it can get robbed from you at gunpoint. You might get stuck in a traffic jam in the city. So there might be many reasons why your car is not working anymore. Maybe it's going to break down halfway because you're running out of gas and there's no gas anymore. So there are multiple reasons why you have to leave your home, and also then why you have to leave your car. So now I've printed out the same location, but this time if you have to walk on foot. So let's say you don't have a car, or it's getting stolen, or you are getting stuck, or maybe it's getting damaged in an accident. So now you have to leave your car and you have to bug out on foot. And on foot we need 51 hours for the same distance. And I've estimated how long the average person can walk. I think it's about 5 hours. Yes, I know some people can walk farther and longer hours, but maybe you have some kids, and with kids it's going to slow you down. Or maybe you have a person with you who has an injury on the knee, so it's not granted that you can make this distance here. So I estimated an average of 5 hours. So if it takes you 51 hours to get from here to here, and if you walk 5 hours a day, that means that this distance is going to take you 10 days. 10 days, that's a long time. That's a really long time. I'd rather sit in the car and be at my bug out location in 4 hours than walking for 10 days. But you might not have a choice and you might have to walk. So in this case, what I would do is I would prepare some survival caches along the way. Honestly, for each day I would prepare 1 survival cache. So that's 10 survival caches, which will provide you with food and water and maybe some additional gear if you lose your other gear. Alright, so first you have to make a plan. Where are you going to go? And then you're going to make a bug out bag for the worst case scenario, and the worst case is walking. Okay, so what would I take in my bug out bag for this kind of distance? Let's say we have to walk 10 days. Well, first of all, you need camping equipment, sleeping bag, tent, food, water, and so on. But I don't want to discuss that gear today because today the topic is the tactical equipment, which is going to aid you to come to your bug out spot. Alright, so now let's dig into the gear and see what I have. So first of all, I want to show you this survival tin here. It contains a mini survival kit for the wilderness, and this should go into your pocket in case you are losing your backpack. Okay, then of course you have to think about cooking and warming up your food. So in this case, I would take a very light cooker. This is an alcohol stove, and it comes with a very lightweight aluminum stand, and it works with ethanol. So now, why should you add a cooker to your survival kit or to your bug out bag? Well, sometimes you don't want to make a fire because campfires, they can cause wildfires. Campfires take a time to make, and also campfires will make your location very visible. So for stealth camping, a small cooking system like this is much better. Right, then also you need some kind of container, and I've chosen this lightweight canteen cup and canteen titanium, and it's not going to drag you down so much because it's really light. Now, in addition to that, I would also pack 2 very lightweight bottles, 2 liters for each person at least per day. So this is my advice for cooking, and of course you need some kind of combustion device. I really do love lighters, and that's pretty much it for fire. Now, besides having the option to cook and warm up your food and boil your water, you also want to have a water filter with you, and I think that the Soya mini filter is perfect because it's small and lightweight. And with this water filtration system, you're going to be able to purify water really fast, and it's not going to slow you down so much. Okay, so I think that we have water pretty much covered. Of course, besides the water, you are also going to need some food. And dehydrated food is going to be the best and lightweight option, but there are many other foods that you can use too. Okay, next, we want to have a small bandana. It's good for many things, cleaning and stuff. Then here we have an extra battery for my ticker lamp. This is a tactical lamp, and I really like it because it has this red light, so you can see in the night without screwing up your night vision. Yeah, you need some kind of headlamp. I think this one is great, but there are many other brands that are great too. Right, then here we have this alarm device, and with this you can set up a perimeter alarm around your camp. So if this plug gets pulled out, it's going to give off a really loud sound, and you're going to wake up. So you can use this against bears or cougars, or even against a 2-legged predator. Right, then for observation, you will need some kind of binoculars or monocular, and I like these ones really much. They are really small, lightweight, and they have a 12 times magnification, which is awesome. Okay, then you want to have something for communication or for listening to the radio rather. So this is a radio which is going to listen to FM, but also short waves and middle waves. So it's a really nice radio. I tried it out, it's working. And you can also recharge it with USB. Also, it's really small and lightweight, so I like it for the size. Okay, then for recharging your components, I have this solar panel here. It's a really lightweight solar panel which gives you a lot of power, and you can directly hook your devices into the USB slots. So yeah, really powerful. And together with the solar panel, I have a really nice power bank. with 10,000 milliamps. So this should be enough to keep your electrical devices going, like for example your flashlight or the radio or your phone or whatever you want to recharge. Yes, then also here I have a Geiger counter, and this is a really cheap one, but it has a really good quality, and it costs around 80 euros, and it's working really dandy fine. I've tried it out with some radioactive source, and yeah, really important device. You should not leave out a Geiger counter, especially nowadays with the situation in Ukraine. All right, then I have a small saw, and I really love this saw. It's the Barco saw. It's very stable, not easily to be ripped off. And sometimes you want to have a lightweight saw with you because it's easier to cut branches with it. But also you're going to need some heavy duty survival knife. This is my self-designed tracker knife, and I really love it. So this is my really sturdy survival knife that I trust my life with. Okay, then of course we have a Leatherman rebar. You might come into the situation that you need pliers and other tools, and I really love this Leatherman. It's awesome. Next we have a small night vision device, and this is working really well, and it was super cheap. It's also very lightweight, so I was really surprised how lightweight this device is, and it's working. So I've tried it out. It's working excellent, and I think it's really important to have night vision because first of all it's a combat force multiplier, but also if you're hearing something around your camp and you're afraid that it might be a bear, you really want to get confirmation, because otherwise you're going to freak out. So with night vision you're going to sleep much better than without, and night vision is really important. Okay, then we got a camping light. It's a really nice light for the tent. This is also rechargeable with USB, by the way. And then we got a really nice compass for your wrist. Now I searched a long time for a good compass that you can put on your wrist. So here this white arrow is the direction that you want to move to. And then here there's a window and you can look through to read off the degrees. So that's really, really awesome. And then here at the back side you can see that they have been using 2 iron bars which are magnetized. So really interesting, much better than just a button compass. And I really like it. Yeah, then we have some paracord, of course. I have a pack of salt. I have my map case and my navigation compass. This compass is by the company Rector. It's the DS40. It comes with a bezel that will illuminate in the night. So it's a really nice map compass. I love it. And this is my map case, right? So in this case I also have something to write, pencil, pen and so on. One more lighter and USB cable. So yeah, get some maps of your area. I have more maps here. This is really important so you can navigate. And you really should learn how to navigate. So that's super important. So if I was the person in this case, I would get maps from all of the areas here and as detailed as possible, and I would learn the way by heart. So I would walk this trail at least once and take photos and try to remember all of the important marks in the landscape. Yeah, and then last but not least, we have to think about protecting our lungs against wildfire smoke or other toxins. So for a lightweight option, I really like this mask here. And this is going to do fine against the smoke of wildfires, but also you can use some better filters. This has a activated charcoal at the inside, so it's going to filter out some of the chemicals in the air too. So you really have to think about something about how you can protect yourself against toxins and fires. And especially in SHTF situations, there will be a lot of fires. There will be a lot of malfunctions in industrial buildings. There will be malfunctions on the train tracks. So there might be a lot of trains derailing because of a blackout situation. So you really want to take some kind of mask with you. And this one is a really cheap one. Everybody can afford it. I like it. Is it the best one? No, of course not. One of the better gas masks is this one here. But these gas masks, they are also really heavy. And I don't know if I want to carry this for 10 days, honestly. Now, another option that you have is a half gas mask, like this one here. This is smaller, not so bulky, and it will also do its job. So this will be plenty enough for toxins, mild toxins, and wildfires and particles. So it really depends on what you want, and maybe if you research the area, maybe you can find areas where there's extra potential for train derailment, or maybe some industrial buildings that can catch on fire. So make sure that you know all of the infrastructure which is on the way, because if there's some kind of industrial building that is exploding here, then you know, okay, maybe I have to walk around this hazardous area. So yeah, make yourself a plan and then you will be fine. Alright, so I'm just packing all of my gear into this bag. It's going to be my tactical SHTF response bag. And I'm also putting my compass into a small tin so it doesn't get damaged. Then also I've wrapped the Geiger counter in aluminium foil, so in case of an EMP that it's still working. And I have to do the same thing for the power bank and the radio. Alright, and last but not least, I'm going to add a pack of tissues. And I want to attach a small signal whistle. And for emergencies, I want to add a really lightweight rain poncho. Okay, so I've packed all of my tactical SHTF equipment into this backpack. Now, why do I keep it separate from my camping backpack? Well, actually I want to have two backpacks. I want to have one for camping, and this guy I either attach on top of my camping rucksack, or I wear it in the front, so on my chest, or I can just put it into my car as a tactical backup, or I can just leave it at home, and that's my plan. I want to leave it in my office. And if there's some kind of SHTF situation where I don't have to leave my home, I can first use the available items for tactical reasons and to bug in. And later on, if I have to bug out, I can take this backpack and attach it to my camping equipment. Alright guys, so this is it for today. This is how you can make yourself a tactical addition to your camping equipment. And also the next video is going to be on how you can make yourself some survival caches for exactly this situation here, where you have to go through maybe urban survival right here, and then further on it's more suburbia, and then more the wilderness. So I'm going to create a survival kit video on how you can make a cache for exactly this type of scenario. So I really want to thank you for watching, guys, and if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you're subscribing to my channel. Stay tuned and take care.